Hi guys, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. As usual, I'm here to talk, and today I'm going to be talking about healing. But before then, I'll have to share a little of my experiences in life. I used to believe that life is like a mixture of colors. Like life is beautiful. It's still beautiful, right? Or I used to believe that life is like a vibrant mix of colors. But lately, it feels like it's just too much. The crowds, the people, your achievement is a bit overwhelming. I don't know if anybody feels the same, but I just feel like I've come to realize that my little world, the kind of life that I live, my simple little world, just feels right. I don't need all the noise from people and all of that. And as we progress in life, I get to know that life is a journey on its own. You meet people live your life, people come into your life. All these things can be mentally exhausting at times, where you think that this person is in your circle, this person is your own person, then they hop and leave. Some by, okay, this friendship can't work, or at times it might be some circumstances surrounding it, and some is by death. In 2011, I lost my grandma, and that was the first time I experienced what it meant to grieve. To lose somebody that meant a lot of things to you. This person is related to you by blood. We have a connection. That was the first time I felt like the whole of my life was crumbling down. I just gained admission to Kwara State University, and my grandmom died. And with the relationship that we had before she passed, we were really good friends. She makes me laugh. She makes me recite a lot of psalms. All these things. She's educated, so it makes it really beautiful to converse with her. Even though all the hymns, majority of the hymns are in Yoruba, because she likes our language, and the way she says I'm going to say it now, that when I'm being naughty, or I take time not to be a good child, or she'll not say go and sleep, lost. And I'm like, no, I don't want to sleep, I want to be with you. Kerosene near him soon, was a lot. Then when she passed, some minutes before she passed, I was the last person she called on her phone. I was on my phone, and I don't know why till date I feel so sad and I feel so bad that why wasn't I around to pick that call. The next call after a call came in, a couple of, I think an hour after, was the news of her passing. She was really a great influence on her children, her grandkids. She's really loving. She teaches us the way of the Lord. I miss her till today. I still miss her, even though she's been gone for some years. 2011 was really a very tough year for me. But then that brings me to this. I don't understand how, I used to wonder how things happen and a lot of people are moving past it. Before everyone is just moving past it. I'm not saying that they're not grieving, but it's just how life is. It can be tricky. The past few years has been a lot for me. I've been trying to find the missing link until I now lost a friend. I lost a friend last year, 2 friends actually last year, and it brought me to the missing link that it's not as if we're not grieving, it's not as if this does not hurt, or we're not on the journey to recovery or discovery or healing, but it is just what it is. In the past couple of weeks when I lost my friend, then I just felt like, how am I going to cope with life? I have work now, I have a lot of things I'm doing. Can I bear this brunt? And while mourning the death of strangers who soon became friends, I had work, I had my side business, I had my real life challenges dragging me up and down. I had a lot to deal with. So when I had the passing of my friends, I couldn't really mourn them the way I would have thought, okay, this is how you mourn. Work did not understand that I had grief in my heart. Bills were waiting to be paid, and if I don't work, there's no way. How best do I proceed? There's no way I proceed in my life. There's no wishing bill. Okay, I wish you bill. go. There's no wishing bills away, you know. So there was no way for me to settle between my pain and what I'm feeling for so long. I couldn't stay in that pain, you know. I couldn't grieve the way I wanted to grieve. I couldn't grieve the way I wanted to grieve. And when my grandma passed, you know, seeing how most of my sisters and brothers, my aunt and everybody started moving on with their life, I was angry. Like, why? But when I grew up, I mean, last year was just like how many months back. It dealt with me, but I had work to do. I had families I had to cater for. I had a lot of things I had to do. So it was really tough. In no time, grief was holding me in my throat. Like, grief was holding me. I was feeling the pain, but I couldn't understand what I had to cope with, you know. My coping mechanism that time that I was grieving was work. I just had to bury myself in work to take my heart off it because I was breaking. And I had to work. I mean, in no time, I still had to show up for friends who were celebrating their milestones. You know, I won't say because I've lost a couple of friends, my friends are celebrating their birthdays or they have new businesses I had to be with them. You know, there are friends that I had to be there for as much as they are there for me too. You know, and I soon realized that moving on is just as basic as anything. You know, we could be holding on to things and feel like, oh, I can't move on from this. The pain is too much, it's unbearable. But moving on is actually basic because whether you like it or not, you have to carry on. Life moves on. Grieving has no end, you know. Grieving is just like something that is with you for the rest of your life. You don't move on from it. You don't walk away from it. You're just there, stuck. But your life has to keep going. So I actually tell people that it's okay to cry. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to do every other thing that you think you want to do. But you have to move on with your life. Your life cannot be stagnant. Because there are times when you think of this. When I think of my grandmom, at times I'm teary because I just feel like, oh, this woman suffered and didn't wait to like enjoy most of the things she's meant to enjoy. But then I'm grateful for the kind of life she lived. She was a believer. She was there for her kids, and life is just life. Life is what happens to the best people on earth, right? And I used to believe that healing takes time. But then I had a change of mind. Healing takes time, yes, but then you heal with taking procedures for healing. You don't heal because you feel like, okay, it's my time to heal and I'm moving on and this and that. You're just masking your pain. You need to get to the root of that. Deal with it. Why am I feeling this certain type of way? What do I need to do to get myself out of this pain? You know, how best to cope? Is it through music, talking to people, being around people? You have to heal because grieving is part of us. It can't end. For people that lost closer people, our resolution is just like, okay, their memories are with us, and then we have to be strong for ourselves, for them, for our families, because when you get into depression, coming out of it will be hard. And then I used to tell people it's okay to be hurt, maybe from losing people, from a relationship that didn't work out, from failed businesses, from losing your job, you can be hurt from different spheres of life, right? Different things can happen to you at any point in time. But while on your healing journey, you know, while you're trying to find your way to healing, to know how to heal, remember not to hurt others, because if you are hurt, you will bleed on others. You will bleed on your friends or your families, and before you know it, because you're going to bleed on others. And take a break if you have to. Take a break if you have to, you know. And avoid losing good people, because when you're hurt, you lose opportunities. Life is one big fight. You're going through something, you're going through stuff, and at that moment you don't know how you feel. So you might just be taking out your aggressions on people and you don't know it. So the best way today is to open up your heart to healing. Take a break. Come to terms with your pain. I know that whatever you're feeling that moment is not forever and you'll be fine. I think this is a bit kind of too serious, but then it's just what it is. You have to heal so that you don't bleed on others. That is all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for being here, for liking my videos, for your comment, for being here in my own space on my channel, watching my videos. I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have an amazing day ahead. Bye.